Hi people, it's Sarkavist here, hope you're doing well, and today I've got yet another Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel video for you. This is going to be focusing on Blue Eyes White Dragon, one of the most iconic monsters in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! With that classic 3000 attack, 2500 defense, utterly formidable. But in the modern day, in its own right, not the greatest creature that you can select for your deck, unless you consider its supports. There is some great support now for Blue Eyes White Dragon. There are the Eyes of Blue cards, there's Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, which can be summoned from the hand by revealing a Blue Eyes in your hand to your opponent, but then it has the ability to instantly destroy another monster with its effect. There's Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, there's Twin Burst Dragon, but there's one particular Blue Eyes card that I'm finding is almost solely responsible for handing me victories online, which is why I've built my deck around it, and I'm sure you won't be surprised to hear me say this. It is Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, an extremely powerful Blue Eyes ritual monster with 4000 attack, 0 defense, and some great protection because your opponent can't target it with card effects, and also it can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. And the cherry on top of this ultimate beast is if you attack a monster in defense position, you inflict double piercing damage. So for context, at default life points of 8000, if Chaos Max goes to attack a monster with 0 defense in defense mode, you will just one-shot them right there. And it is the absolute bane of any new players, while some of the greater meta decks can mitigate its summoning or just create monsters that can take it on. If you're in the lower leagues and you're looking for a simple means of creating a deck with an extremely powerful monster, then Blue Eyes Chaos Max is an excellent choice. And I decided to play a little bit of a gamble move and build my deck around Chaos Max Dragon. And I took it into platinum and I actually managed to win a few games. I lost some because I got some totally bricked hands, which I'm not surprised about because, again, I designed the deck around it and it does require a lot of resources to be used for it. You need to make sure you have, of course, Chaos Max in the hand. You need to have Chaos Form, or in my deck also you've got Advanced Ritual Art, which is useful because you can take a Blue Eyes from your deck and use that as the ritual sacrifice. But a really great combo, which I got to do in one of these games, is using Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon and sacrificing that, because if you do that, you can send Abyss Dragon to the graveyard, activate Abyss Dragon's effect in order to give all of your Blue Eyes cards 1000 extra attack. So now Chaos Max has 5000 extra attack, which is extremely hard to hit over. So yeah, Chaos Max, I love this card. It's got to be a fan favorite at this point. I've seen so many people with the sleeves and I don't blame them, it's such a cool card. And I would almost argue that Alternative Dragon is like the mascot of the game in a way. It's the default background when you start playing. Blue Eyes it's just an excellent deck. It's got so much nostalgic appeal, some genuine competitive viability, even if it isn't the most competitive deck out there. You've got some staple cards like Spirit of White, which when it's summoned can destroy a spell or trap card, which is key for removing your opponent's back row. And you can even sacrifice it, assuming your opponent controls a monster, then bring a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand to the field. There's also some great synchro monsters like Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. If you position it on the field, then in your standby phase, you can bring a Blue Eyes card back from the graveyard. So if you can keep one there and it isn't destroyed, you can continually resurrect your Blue Eyes cards. And there's also True Light, a trap card which can also continually resurrect Blue Eyes cards. You can also set spell and traps directly from your deck as long as they contain Blue Eyes White Dragon in their text. There's also an absolute key card in this deck which you should not be without, which is Melody of Awakening Dragon, where you play it, you discard one card from your hand, and then you bring a couple of Blue Eyes cards to your hand. And it gets even more exciting when the card you discard from your hand is something like the White Stone of Legend, because then you will get 3 Blue Eyes to your hands effectively. I think particularly if you are a returning player or a new player who wants to get into Master Duel, you want to play a fun deck, something that's not overly complicated but has plenty of attack power and has a shot at doing decently well online. I can say that I don't win every platinum game for sure when I play my deck, but I do legitimately beat some platinum players with this Blue Eyes deck. I managed to defeat a Sky Striker deck, which is one of the meta decks right now. I got lucky, to be fair, but hey, sometimes that's what you need. You need to get lucky. You need to go into your best plays. Like in my particular case, I managed to summon out 2 Chaos Max Dragons, which is a terrifying sight to behold. So it's a great deck for returners or new players. Really fun, an iconic monster. And the thing is, as much as I enjoy Cyburst for its crazy combos and Red Eyes Black Dragon for that consistency and that underdog spirit, it's hard not to just love playing a Blue Eyes deck every now and then. You know, sometimes you go for synchro strategy, sometimes it's fusion, and sometimes it's ritual, but there's a lot to love. And also in the real life trading card game, there was recent support announced for Blue Eyes White Dragon, and I hope that will make its way to Master Duel at some point to make it even more viable than it already is. So Blue Eyes, it is not one of the top competitive decks, not by a long shot, but it doesn't get, in my experience, obliterated in the way that some for fun decks, as you could call them, do in Platinum League. So as always people, thanks very much for watching and see you next time.